Also, one more thing, if I can request you guys, please change your names as to your name, comma, branch, so that when I download the attendance comes as your name and branch. It will be easier for us to identify. Otherwise, we'll have to go on adding the branches after that. If I download the spreadsheet, after that, it is going to become very difficult for me to keep on identifying your branch and then adding your branch there. So whatever you are, howsoever you are going to, I'm going to mute people. So howsoever you are joining, just make sure that when you join, it is always name, comma, branch, right? Otherwise, later on, when I give the spreadsheet to people around or to the coordinators, am I not audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, Jitendra ma'am, you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
have to join, leave the meeting and rejoin, or either you can check your connections because I am audible to the others, right? So just see that all your connections are working. So yeah, I'm going to start sharing my screen and we can see the report card. Yes, Kamaljit ma'am. So first of all, in the report cards, what we are going to discuss about is the pattern, which is not very different from what we've been doing in the past as well. This is the report card. All right. This is the name, the details, student profile. So when you are entering the details here, all right, whenever you are entering the details here, please keep in mind that you write, okay. Earlier I had drawn some lines and the teachers were facing because the line was overlapping or something. Some of the other things were always happening when we were drawing lines. So what I've done is I just withdrawn the lines. I'm just writing the name. For example, I'm writing all these details, and then what I'm going to
Narjeet,
do,
sorry to interrupt you, but we can see you, not the screen.
ma'am, you
If
will have
you,
to pin my screen. You will have
oh,
to pin my screen. My screen is visible to me also. It is showing
where
me.
where do I, how do I do that? Because I've never used this setting.
Ma'am, go to the screen where you can see a smaller one also of my screen, and just there will be a thumbpin kind of a thing, a thumbpin kind of a thing right on your screen. You have to go and pin my screen there. I'll show you.
हो गया काम कब तक वो दिख
Done,
रही
ma'am? Done?
No, it is we
No,
are not able to see the scene.
रहते
no,
हो
No, nobody
no.
is.
No, it is. I can see
It
it.
is, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are able to see it. Because of so many attendees, my screen, which I'm sharing, might be very small, ma'am. Right? It must be very small. So what you have to do is you have to go to that particular screen where you can see my presentation. Even it is a small icon kind of a screen. You go
Okay.
to that
Got it.
screen and
Hmm.
then you will see a tab there. There are
Yes.
three buttons. One is pin, one is mic, another one is removing and adding, right? So what you can do is you will be able to hit on that see my screen in a bigger detail. Done.
Done.
Yeah, good, awesome. Everybody else also, are you able to see my screen, everyone?
yes ma'am
Sure. So
Yes,
here
ma'am.
I am in my card. I have to make some entries. After making the entries, you can select the data and you can make as many changes as you want, the way you want. Though I would like that it is always Times New Roman, because the formal report cards, they are always taken in Times New Roman, and the font you can set, and then you can, from the format, you can make it underline and you can make it bold and so. So what happens is, if I underline here, if I put a line here and then I write on top of that, that might create a problem. Many, they might not be able to push it down or push it between the lines. So what you're going to do is, I have removed the lines, just enter the data and set the settings to underline and everything, and the data is going to get underlined or bold the way you want. All right. Here, you just have to enter. Okay, you just have to enter the details of the marks and everything. The rest of the things are going to be done by the everything is going to be done automatically. All right. और घबराना नहीं है अगर डेटा कुछ इधर उधर हो जाता है. For example, something happens and this formula gets deleted or something. You can always just drag the formula up and down if you want. अगर आपसे यहाँ से delete हो जाता है, for example, this formula gets deleted. Now I do not have any formula in this cell. In Excel, every cell works like a calculator. Guys, please put yourself on mute. There is a lot of noise in the background, lot of noise. Put yourself on mute, please. I am going to push everybody mute then.
Narjeet, you put make everybody mute. That's fine.
That is what I'm doing, ma'am. I'm just going to put everybody on mute now. Right? So yeah. So what we are going to do here is we are going to input the marks, right? It is going to get calculated. If, for example, the data gets deleted or the formula gets deleted, you just have to take this formula and drag it to the cell from where your formula got deleted. The formula is going to be copied there. Don't worry, all right? Don't worry. And if you have any problem, definitely you will have your ICT and computer teachers to help you out. You will have coordinators and everybody to help you out with that. So this is how we are going to enter marks. You just have to enter whichever marks you want, and then the formulas are going to calculate it. Same happens here. You enter the marks and the grade is going to get calculated, right? So this is how we are going to proceed with, and keep it if the school suggests, I would like to keep it Times New Roman, and then the font as it appears on your report card. For me, 24 Times New Roman works absolutely well for everything, right? Here or here. So that for font and that font size works absolutely fine for me. And here you just have to enter the grades and PTM number of PTMs attended and remarks, and you are done. Here in remarks also, if you want, you can go on to write and copy it down to the next line. If it does not come to the next line, if it extends, there are two ways of doing a thing. Either you are going to take this and turn this into text wrapping, which I have already done, which I have already inserted. I have inserted the text wrapping in all the sheets. But in case somehow this does not work, then you are going to come down to the next line with the text wrapping. All right. There are two different cells and text wrapping works on one cell each. So you are going to choose the text wrapping and come here, and then you are done with your report card. You are absolutely done. This is the report card for classes 1 to 3. This is for class 4. When you come down here, if you click on this bar, I very fondly call it a hamburger. I'll just push in the screen and show you. You see this bar? Looks like a burger here. All these horizontal lines. If you click on this, you will see 3 pages of the spreadsheet. One is for 1 to 3, one is for 4, and one is for 5, since we know that the marking of all 3 are different, right? The marking of all 3 of them are going to be different. Now, what you are going to get by your coordinators, or what you are going to be forwarded, is the link. Right now, if I forward this link to you, you will be able to make changes in this report card format, which we do not want. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy this, come here, paste, then just turn it into a copy. So when I forward this link to you guys, you are going to, when you click on the link, you are going to get a screen like this. All right. With this, what happens is, my original document does not get tempered by a second person. And what you do is, you just hit on make a copy. It will open up and make a copy for you. Go here, change the name, and you are good to go with your performance reports. Just go here and change the name, maybe class 4th B, whatever. And we are good to go with the formula. Now with this, what happens is, no other teacher, no other person can interfere with your work. This is your document. This is your report card, right? Start filling, and before filling, just if you are the class teacher of say class 1 or class 2 or 3, just delete these pages. Delete class 4, delete class 5, delete these pages, and you are good to go with making copies. First of all, keep the first page that you get, keep that as original copy. ठीक है, अगर आपका फॉर्मूला कहीं से डिलीट भी हो जाता है, you can always go and copy the formulas from these places to your next document. So don't do anything on the first page. Keep first page intact and then make copy. Just go here, click on this bar on the right at the bottom of your screens. You will get this plus sign, which means you can add sheets. You get this sign for seeing all the sheets, and if you click on the sheet that you are working with, click on duplicate. All right. Keep duplicating till you reach the number of children that you teach. Keep duplicating your files, say 20 pages or 25 pages or 30 pages, depending upon the number of children that you have in your class. Another thing what you're going to do is just rename the sheet, say Avantika. Okay. If you want, roll number 1, and done. And this is the roll number of roll number 1, Avantika. Fill it out. Come to the next one. Rename, say Rahul. Okay, roll number if you want. This is your prerogative. It really boils down to how you want the representation of the names of the children, how you identify the names of the children. So you can go with Rahul, say roll number 2, and you are done, and you can start filling out the details. You can start filling out the details of the report cards right on there. Okay, here I am in class 4th, and this is simply how we are going to work with the performance reports. This is simply how we are going to work with the report cards. Simple, clear? Any doubts anywhere? Yes, no, we'll have to do. Unmute yourself and please let me know so that we can move forward. Yeah, done? Anything you want to ask?
Yeah,
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah,
Sure, please go ahead.
it's clear.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It's clear, Najib. We can.
All right.
do other
Awesome.
questions.
Awesome. So can we move forward from here then? This is the report card. Your respective in charges and the bosses are going to forward you the link. You just have to click on copy thing. You just have to click on copy link, and from there you just start with your report cards. And after that, one more thing you can do after that is, if you want this, you can send the link to your school also. And if you do not want, you can go and file in download, go to PDF, and your PDF will be ready for downloading. All right, you will be ready to download, which you can keep with you, or you can later share it. Sometimes it so happens that the teachers, the parents especially, they kind of sometimes lose the report card. They come back to the school asking for the report card, or if you have to keep a copy of the report card, then it comes really handy. It comes really handy if you have the PDF, and PDF becomes easier when you are taking the printout of the report cards. It comes one after the other, chuck, and you do not have to go to every sheet and give a print command or something like that. So that doesn't have to follow. PDF gets printed very quick, one after the other. Cool?
Yeah.
And Najit ma'am, do you have the for nursery and pre-nursery as well?
I will have to dig out, ma'am.
Otherwise, you can just tell, in that case only, the teachers, they have to fill the student's profile and rest the grades. Because in pre-nursery, we do not need to fill any marks, and then it will not get converted. Only we have to fill the
grades.
Grades, yes.
Yeah, for pre-nursery and nursery.
Pre-nursery and
yeah. So we just have to fill out the grades as ma'am said. So that also copyable link I will send. And then you can make a copy, and then you can start getting. There's not going to be any formula in nursery and pre-nursery, because simply what we do is we put the grades A, B's, yeah, of course, starting with A+, I guess, and then going on to D. Done, ma'am. I do not have it in my this wala drive. Shall I dig it out of another drive?
All the schools they have.
All right, okay, fine then.
All of us have, Najib. We can, Sandeep, we can always share. Don't worry. We'll give it to our teachers.
Fine, ma'am, fine. So I'm going to turn this off.
Sorry, all the schools, they have the formats, and very shortly we'll send the soft copies as well.
Now, Okay, yeah, we are going to start with the EdTech tools. I would like to ask the computer teachers, which all tools are you guys using in your schools? Which is something that your teachers use the most, or you do the most, or something that you are very fond of, or something that you are very comfortable with in the class. So which all, you can write it in the chat if you don't want to mute yourself, and if you do not want to speak, you can write it in the chat as well. So let us see what all, you are fond of, what all you use in the class. Because for the last 1.5 years, though, with due respect to everybody, and with due respect to our schools as well, who have lost our own teachers, our very near and dear ones, with due respect to everybody, the year has been very difficult for all of us. But what it has offered is, the only thing it has offered is us a chance and an opportunity to upgrade ourselves, to do something from home, to do something which is better for our kids. So I would just like to see if you have, you know, uh, been fond of a tool or something. And in the meantime, that you are going to write in the chat box, I'm going to keep an eye out of that. And I'm going to start with a new tool. This is something that all of us can use, right from class 1 to 12th. Jamboard is something that we can all use. Jamboard is something that is a very, very awesome, I must say, a tool that helps all the teachers, all the grades, all the subjects. Right from, say, English to Hindi to languages to mathematics to science to EPS, everybody is using this tool. Have you been using it? Have you been using this tool in the school or in your classes respectively? So yeah, let's go on to Jamboard. Is just an interactive, collaborative, we say whiteboard or a blackboard, because it is not black. When I turn it off and on, I turn it white and black according to my convenience. When I turn it black, I tell my children it's going to be a blackboard today, or it is known as a digital interactive whiteboard offered by Google Workspace. All right. So this is a way for us, for all of us to make our children also work collaboratively. Because what does 21st century skills tell us? There are 4 C's of the skills: critical thinking, your collaboration, creativity, and commonality, which we all are having. So when we work on these 4 skills, when we work on the skills that the schools have to offer or Google has to offer, only then are we making our children ready for the future, maybe jobs or their careers, so on and so forth. And we can make our children ready only if we are ready to do that with the kids, right? So I'm just sharing my screen. Once again, you guys can pin my screen. If you're not able to see it, you can pin the screen, and I'll get started with Jamboard. So you just would write Jamboard. It is free to use tool. No payment, nothing. You just have to sign in and you are good to go. So I click on Jamboard. This link is going to open up. I'm going to copy this link in the chat box so that all of you can use it immediately. And side by side, if you want, you can use this side by side. If you have any problems, you can definitely get in touch with me. Yeah, whiteboards are definitely another tool. And awesome tool to be used in the class. So all these are the Jamboards that I have made. Let's start making the new one. This is Google Jamboard. Where am I going to make a new Jamboard from? In Google, anytime that you have to do something new, you are going to see this sign. See, I'm going to push in my screen, and this is the sign. This is the sign for new in Google. If you go to Drive also, you will see the sign to make new folders, new files, new doc files, new slides, and new sheets and everything. Jamboard also works like that only. This is plus sign that you can start your new Jamboard with. So I'm going to click on a new sign, and I reach a Jamboard. I reach a place where I can start making a new Jamboard for myself. This I can name it to, say, demo, maybe GHPS. Click on OK once you have named it, and now you are set to go. The tools that you see on the left hand side are the tools that are very readily, very frequently, very handily used by the teachers. Okay, if I click on this pen sign, you see it will give you a lot of options. and colors. These are the only colors that are available in Jamboard. These are the only colors with pen. So I can write with the black, I can write with the red. Okay, this is what we are writing. You can write with your mouse as well, right? This is the marker. The marker, if you want to mark something, if you want to highlight something, that can be done. Those things can be done with markers and highlighters. So this is how you mark. You make it underlined, you make it circled. You know, when you are explaining things, you can do that with your own pen. You are explaining things that, okay, this is the word, and why is this word going to be commonality? Because this word is something that is important in the noun. This word is something that is important for your pronoun, so on and so forth, and you can go on, right? This is highlighter to highlight the text already which has been created. You can highlight the text from here. And this is the brush stroke, whichever color you want. You can start, art and craft teachers, I will say. Craft is something that rarely happens on Jamboard, though there are awesome tools for doing craft also in the class. But as of now, these brushes are really, really good for our teachers to demonstrate things with. So this is a pen. You can increase the thickness, you can change the color, so on and so forth. And this is the eraser. As the name suggests, it is going to clear off everything from your screen, whichever way, whichever part, whichever portion of the screen that you want. Okay, and this is to select, your mouse select. If you want to take your mouse to this portion, for example, you've written something handy, you've written something great, and you really want the children to be concentrating on that, you can really make use of that mouse. And then this is sticky note. Sticky note, I love the colors of the sticky note. Personally, I love these pastel colors which are there. Sticky note is somewhere which you can use for jamboarding, you can use for board games, and you can also use as a question to which your children can answer. So I will write is noun. All right, let me rephrase it. Noun can be changed to pronouns, right? It's a true statement or a bad statement or a false statement. That depends upon. Guys, please put yourself on mute, please. Right now, what are the, you can further write, what are the say rules, right? And if I save this, if I hit and click, you will see that my sticky note has been created. You can drag it off to any place on the screen that you want. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. And if you click on that, if you select it, to deselect it, you can click anywhere out. Okay, just let me mute off. Okay, so to do that, what you can do is you can drag it off to any place that you want, and if you select it, you will see these 3 dots. See, you will see the 3 dots here. The 3 dots, every time that you see these 3 dots, guys, it means anywhere on your net, anywhere on your Google, anywhere on Meet, anywhere on internet also, if you are trying new sites and everything, whenever you see these 3 dots, this means more options. You just have to click on that. It means more options, more suggestions, more things you can do, more ways you can make use of this particular I call it snowman. When I'm doing my trainings for Google and everything, this is something I call a snowman, so that the people remember it also and they know what is the use of the snowman. So it looks like a standing snowman, and if I click on it, there are a few more options that I can do. So it's not that once I have written, my sticky note is going to be as it is. I can go on here, edit it. Maybe I want because editing from capital to a small t, and from maybe a capital to a small r here, or I want to change maybe the color, background color. And if you do not want any color, you can just click on this symbol, which means no palette. This icon always means, anywhere in Google, this will mean no palette, no background, nothing to go in the background. So I am very fond of colors. So are my kids, so are my children. So I am going to use a color and click on save, right? And the things have been saved. Another thing you can do is you can make a duplicate of it, or you can delete it if you do not want it. The next thing that you can try, here is image, right? So you can bring out the image. If you have stored an image, if you have stored something that you have already prepared as a lesson plan in your computers, in your systems, you can dig out the images from that place. Maybe, for example, this is the image, or there are so many ample of images that you must have downloaded, that you must have done, as a part of your, say, um, whatever, as a part of your planning, as a part of your lesson planning, as a part of your preparation for the next day. So you can bring out the image, and that image can be selected as a part of the Jamboard. Many people do what? They make an image, they would do what? They make an image, they take an image, they enlarge the image, and they make a PG of it to be used as the background of their Meet and Zoom meetings. So if I'm working on this, if I'm, for example, working on this particular webinar, or this particular PD session, what I do is I make it as a background, take the picture, change it into a frame, and then I can use it as a background for my Meet images. I can use it as a background for my trainings, so on and so forth. So you can take any image as well to be inserted. And then there are shapes, numerous shapes. You can make a square, and this is especially for the math teachers, if they are teaching small children, what shape is that, and what shape or one particular kind represents, then you can draw the shape and you are good to go. After this shape, you can annotate it further. You can annotate it further into how to go about that shape, right? Then there is a text box, which is the most used feature of Jamboard. You can write a text here, right? Go to text box, insert a text box, and you're good to go. So say, please write the rules in the space provided. Okay, so you are good to go with the text also. And then this is the laser. Oh, I love it when it goes around, gets disappeared. It disappears when you are doing. So this laser is nothing but to make children understand the concept, or you navigate your children through that text that you are showing on the screen, navigate your children through whatever that you are doing on the screens, right? So now, one more thing I will say, that whenever you are using these options of text, maybe if you are using the text option, or you are using the figure option, or you are using the image option, see, this place always changes. This place changes. If I click on text, it is going to give me the options which I can use with my text. All right, I can make it a display bigger, I can make it a title, I can make it a subtitle, so on and so forth. There aren't any fonts that are used here. Mind you, there aren't any fonts. These are the only ways that you can make your text appear on the Jamboard. And you can all definitely go in with the colors. These are the 6 final colors. As I told you earlier also, there aren't any options. There aren't many options of colors. These are the only colors that you can use, and you can make it justified. You can make it left or right or center justified, the way you want your text to appear. If I click on this sticky note, sticky note already does not have any other option, but if I click on, see this box, these options change. This is for the border color. So I can make the border color, or I can fill in this bucket. This is known as a bucket. I can fill this box with a bucket of any color that I want. And then on top of that, definitely I can start writing any text. If you want this kind of an, for example, you want to show the nursery kids that this is a rectangle maybe. So I can write, this is a rectangle. This is a square. You go to a circle, draw a circle, and then write, this is a circle inside. You go on, fill it, draw the outline, make a text, and make it appear in between. Say this is a circle. So this is an awesome board that you can make and share with the parents as well, right? So you can give it a heading here. You can give it a heading, shapes. The shapes to be practiced today. So you can write a circle, rectangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, a triangle, whatever you want. You can draw the shapes, write the names of the shapes. And then finally what we do is we go here and save the frame as image. All right. Or you can download it as a PDF and send it to your children. right? The parents will also know that, okay, I missed the class today. Maybe I don't know what teacher has done. So for those who have missed the class, you can download it as a PDF and send it to your Google Classroom. Put the link, insert the link in the Google Classroom. Or the next thing you can do is just save it as a image and share that image in the classroom or WhatsApp group, whatever you are using to connect with your parents, and you are good to go for that day, right? Another option that we can try here is background. You can set the background where you want to work. Okay, you can set the background. I'm going to clear the frame, and then you see, uh, you can set the background of black color, maybe blue color, maybe any image that you want to pull up. Now, earlier when I pulled up the image, I just uploaded the image from my system, right? Right from inside Google, you can search for the images that are there on net. Now, this feature is very important because the images that you get from inside Google are going to be license free, are going to be common license. That means that there is not going to be copyright image for the, copyright, any kind of a problem of copywriting for the images that you are using, because they are license free. And secondly, no corrupt data is going to pop up on the screen. For example, right now, if I write bat, right? So there might be some bad, inappropriate content that will come up when you are doing this with the children, or the children are doing it on Jamboard. So whenever you are doing this, tell the children that whatever images that you have to search for or insert are only going to be from right inside this. Don't go to outside. Use only the images that are here, because these images are safe for children to use. Or I might write bat of cricket, and the images are here. Or I might write math background. Say, I want to do a math class today. I want my background to be really nice. So if I click on this background, I set it as a frame, and you see my background is ready for me to be used. I can go on and write on top of that, or I can go for another image if this is too, say if this is too dark for me to use, or too light for me to use. You can go on and insert an image, and then definitely you are ready to work on top of your background. So there are so many backgrounds that you can search. If you want, you can do your research. We are going to get holidays, we are going to get the Shara holidays, we are going to get autumn break, and everything. All the breaks are going to just start coming now. Say September onwards, you are going to be on breaks a lot. So what you can do is keep on go to your image search, or find beautiful backgrounds for Jamboard, and if you look for that on internet, you are going to get millions of data, millions of images that you can use safely for your children. Go use and keep it in your drive, save it in your drive, or save it in Google Photos, right? And then you do not have to go looking for the photographs when you want to insert right from inside. When you are working with the children, also tell the children, today I am going to put a background which is really going to be, you want a funny background, you want a math background, you want an English background, you want a food background, you want a pizza background, any kind of background, it works very well here. And you can come up and you can insert right from inside your right from inside your Jamboard interface, which you are seeing on front of you. So this is not only one single thing. There are going to be several frames that are ready. So almost 20 frames. You get a chance to make 20 frames in one Jamboard. So you are getting a chance to work on 20 whiteboards at the same time, and the things can be different for everybody. This different frame can be used for all the children differently, right? And if you want to share, if you want to share the link for the same, if you want your colleagues also to work with you on something, you can share it with them. For example, I share it with this person. I'm going to share it and I give them the editor rights. They definitely are going to work with me on collaboratively. As I said, the first C of 4 C's of 21st century skills is collaboration. And Google is a big place where you learn to collaborate, not only with your friends, you learn to collaborate with your colleagues, you learn to collaborate with your children, and so on. Also, you can get a link. Okay, I am going to push a link of this one, of this Jamboard in the, I am going to make it editor rights, copy, and I'm going to paste this link in the chat box. Let's see if you all can join me here, and let's see if we can work together on this Jamboard. Let's see who all joins. And you know, like this only, when the children start joining, it is going to be fun for them. You can set a question for them first of all. Okay, all right, see, people have started joining. You can just set a question for them. So what did you, what are you planning for your weekend? Say, okay, what are you planning for your weekend? So this is my question for you guys today. Let's see if we can see a few answers coming from you. You are free to draw, annotate, insert, do anything. Okay, now if you're wondering why we are seeing these images and not your names, because this is my trainer domain and you haven't been added to my contacts, and that is why it is only the images and anonymous gopher or cheetah or lion which is going to come to me. They are not going to be names. So please start writing very, very quickly. You can use another, you can use, you can duplicate it also. I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it to another one, and you can start working. And when you are working, we can create. Math teachers take frame number 2 to create something. English teachers can take frame number 3 to create something. EVS teachers can take frame number 4 to work something. Computer teachers, they can all get together on frame number 5, and so on and so forth. And let's see what you create. Let's see what you create. In frame number 2, it is going to be, say, I'm going to write in this one, say math. Okay, 3 is going to be English. And we have to work very quickly because I have to jump on to the next tool, right? Do it very quickly. This one can be, say, EVS. And the next one can be, am I missing something? Apart from computers, am I missing something? Am I missing a subject? Hindi. And Punjabi, of course.
Punjabi.
Yeah, how can I miss that?
Narjeet, I have lost you on the part where you said you're sending a link. So where do I check? Where did I get the link?
Ma'am, in the chat box.
In
You will
the
see a
chat
jam.
box.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that means the laptop doesn't work over there. It's the phone that will work.
No, it works on laptop and phone both. That is the hugest advantage of Jamboard, that it works
But
on mobile, Androids,
because
yeah,
whatever you are doing, I'm listening to you on the mobile and I'm doing it on the laptop
laptop.
myself.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm not. Where do I get the link from? I'm a little lost.
Ma'am, you see here, do you see here at the bottom of your screen? If you see the bottom of your screen, you will see two people, a symbol of two people. One is, one behind the other. If you see at the,
Mm.
yeah, if you click
Okay,
on,
then my this thing is not showing. It is not coming on my page. I don't know why, but it is not coming. It's not reflecting.
acha, let me do one thing
Mm.
for you
It's okay.
specially.
It's okay. I got the idea, so I'll just check on that.
ना 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 आपको व्हाट्सएप पे कर देती हूँ मैम, छोड़ो यार. I'm going to
Mhm.
paste it in the GHPS wala link, primary wala link. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can. So those who do not have this opportunity can work there. Oh, come on. Don't be dead on me. Guys, if you have any doubts in the app, please do let me know. If you are stuck somewhere, if you haven't understood anything, if at any point of explanation you lost, a page or something, you please do let me know.
Yeah, I am there to do that. I'm the one who will always do that.
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am. I'll be more than happy to do it. My WhatsApp has gone jammed, but Okay, okay, okay. It needs to restart. Never mind. So guys, if you have any problem, please do let me know. People aren't working yet. Come on.
Um, Narjeet, it's okay. I got an idea that you would be, the link would come on that icon. I will check why it is not coming on my screen. I
Sure,
just,
ma'am. Sure. I'll give you the reasons why it is not working, because you are the meet that you are using is not compatible with the computer, or you are not downloaded Google. You are not you know uh,
yes, it's not
logged in.
downloaded. It's not
Yes,
downloaded.
or
Hmm.
it is not downloaded. One, secondly, you are not logged in with a account of Google. Maybe there are only two
Yes,
reasons why this chat will not work.
maybe. That's one reason. Maybe.
Awesome, great. So what I have done is, okay, you can take it at your own pace. You can learn it at your own pace. When you could see the recording also, to go back to the steps. If you have lost something, I have created a few formats. I have created a few resources for my teachers. This is math example, which we do. All right. This is the example for math. So what I have done is I have created a few activities for my math teachers. Okay, Jamboard activities with Equatia. I'll tell you what Equatia is, and then you are good to go with math here. You see all these activities, colorful activities for the children, um, using a pen of the clock, or matching the shapes or fractions, whatever you want, you can do with these things. They are beautiful activities actually to be tried. Um, and here, what we do here is how to make Equatia work. There is this, is my screen visible? Yes, I'm sharing it, of course. There is this extension known as Equatia that works for math teachers, because a lot of equations, science teachers also for that matter, maybe PGTs, the chemistries and the physics, when they're using symbols, they're using signs. What you can do is you can download this extension, Equatia it is known as, right from this apps, right from click on apps, and then you click on web store, and from here you can download a lot of extensions that help you. English teachers can download for grammar, Hindi teachers can download anything that you want, right? It is Equatia, Equatio. And if you can download, this one is the one. I'll just insert the link of the extension in the chat box. This is a very handy tool for math teachers, because with this, what they do is, not only are they able to draw and write all the formulas in the Jamboard, जब आप Google Form बना रहे हैं, Google Docs बना रहे हैं, उसमें भी आप, you just have to type everything, or you speak also. आप बोलेंगे भी तो आपके formulas type हो जाएंगे. Here in Jamboard, how do we use it? I go back to my Jamboard, and here right now that this equation is not working. So what you have to do is, you just have to click on this equation, which has already been downloaded for me, and you see beneath in the screen here, you get all the formulas. You can speak the formulas. Click on this and say 2 plus 2 equals what, and you are good to go. Then you can write the formulas here. You can insert the math space. You can do all of these things. You can even write it. You can even write the formulas, whatever you want here. The formulas are going to work for you. This is handwriting. So if I draw, if you have a, Wacom tablet, which I use a lot, and I know my teachers in my school, they also, all of them, almost all of them are using it now. What you do with Wacom is, you are writing a lot of things with handwriting. You are just writing it here. I'll just write with my right, and you just have to make it an image, and you are good to go to make it a copy. Here on the screen, it appears on the screen. So whatever you are writing is going to appear on the screen. So this is an awesome tool to use for math teachers when you are writing your formulas, when you are doing work on Google, your Google Forms, or wherever you are working. Science teachers also for that matter. It's an awesome extension. You all must have it. And Wacom tablet, I say, it is a must for the math teachers. They must use it for all the things. Right? So this is one way to use Jamboard. This is a copy for math teachers. Maybe I have something for storytelling as well. You can, English teachers can do that. Make a small. This is just a small thing. You can draw the images, write the story, take the pointer, and keep on reading. One day, the students. This is very handy for small children also. Were sitting in a class. So what you can do is you can write the spellings as well. You can make them come and recognize the words also, especially classes nursery and pre-nursery. You just have to draw what? You just have to draw one image. Draw an image of apple. This way, what I feel is not only you are teaching A for apple, you are also teaching A for ant, A for aeroplane. You can draw 10 images of with letter A. Just write letter A in between. Go download and send it to the parents so that they can keep them engaged with the practice of all those things. So it can be used in variety of ways. It can be used in variety of ways. It can be used for annotating also. It can be used for making digital posters also. It can be used for making digital posters also. You can give them, you have to make a poster and share it with your teacher, and then you are done. Right? So there are so many things. You can set homework also here for your summers and winters. You can set homework, give them the link. They will work on their individual links for homework. You can set homeworks also for your kids when you are working with Jamboard. Right? Okay, there are a few things, but yeah, I think this is enough for a primary section. If you are able to explore this much, we are good to go using whiteboards and Jamboarding and boards and all that. Hanji ma'am, you want to say something? You want to ask something? Pupinda ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. From where did you copy the storytelling? Copy of storytelling you were telling about? Copy of storytelling. You just told copy of storytelling. Ma'am, I am audible.
Yes, you are to us. Let's wait for Nadeem to respond.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Hello, Najit ma'am, are you there?
I think she lost contact if I'm not wrong.
Don't worry, she'll join back.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, teachers, are you using these tools? Are you familiar with these tools? Or I think she has talked about only two tools so far, Jamboard and Equatia. Are we using that? Anyone?
No, I
No, ma'am.
Nobody's using?
Oh,
So it means it is very
Actually, we were not
informative.
familiar with all these tools.
Yeah.
So, actually, we were not familiar with these tools. So, once we start working on it, we'll be familiar with all the tools that we have.
Definitely. That's why we have, organized this webinar.
I am using Wacom Pen Tab, ma'am, for positive X.
but I really find this tool is very useful.
Yes, I think there are a lot of teachers from IT department, from computers. Saravaneet ma'am, I can see you.
Yeah,
Are you familiar
I
with
was
these
using
tools or any other tool which you are using?
I was using Ziteboard, but I can see this Jamboard is more supportive. This is more, it has more option than Ziteboard. So now onwards, I will try to start with the Jamboard.
Jamboard.
Can we use it in ma'am, can we use it on Zoom? As we are taking classes on Zoom now.
So I think you need to download this.
First, we can download it and we can share our screen when we use this.
Najit ma'am is there.
Yeah.
You can download, ma'am. You can download and you can share your screen. You can also give them the link when they are working. You are also watching what is happening in front of you. So link also work. And secondly, Google for Education Enterprise. Let me, Google for Education Enterprise, guys, is free for schools. Go and apply. Please, you will get it for free. They don't charge anything from schools. They just have a few things which are like, that you should be a K-12 schools or more than 500 kids and everything. It's a free tool. Fundamental Google for Fundamental version edition of Google is free for schools. Go and apply. You will get it within 15 days. They are going to give it to your school, and then you can start. Your computer teachers can start with. I feel that every teacher should have an email ID at least of the name @ghpsvasantviar.com, right? So that is something that really works awesomely well, and your teachers will be able to record the meeting, and you will get Jamboard for free. You get so many tools and so many aspects of Google which are free to use, right? So try it, try it, try it. You are going to get it for free. Yeah.
Najib, the full form once again.
Google for Education Fundamentals
Okay.
edition.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you have any problem, ma'am, do let me know. I will definitely help you in whom to reach exactly in the Google department to apply for this.
That's nice. That's nice.
Can I move in, ma'am? Do we have time? Do we have time?
Yes, 7 more minutes. Go
7
ahead,
more
please.
minutes. Acha, in
Yeah.
7 more minutes, I'll give you something that we can really do with our smaller kids, especially. And there were so many tools I wanted to talk about, but even if we are able to use, one tool efficiently, that is good enough. But yes, another tool, I'm going to share my screen. Very small thing, which can be done in 5 minutes, and something that children get very excited when they see all their names or their roll numbers, everything coming on the screen for them. They really get happy about that. And with that is called, say, wheel of names. So you just have to click on wheel of names, and I'm going to copy the link, the URL address for wheel of names, and paste it in the chat box so that you can all try with me if you want. Okay, so what we are going to do in wheel of names is, this is a wheel. Okay, this is a wheel that you can use. You just have to spin it and the things work. First of all, I am going to create a wheel. Okay, let's create a wheel. Say I'm going to create Alkaji, then Vasant Vihar, then Hemkund Colony. I'm going with short forms now. India Gate. If I miss something, please let me know. Hargobind Enclave, Tilak Nagar, Fateh Nagar. That's all I know. Please tell me more quickly. I'm running short.
Dhakkadipur.
Dhakkadipur.
Loni Road,
Loni Road.
Punjabi
After
Bagh.
that,
Yeah.
Punjabi Bagh,
Karol Bagh.
Karol Bagh. Done? Good, good, good. Right? So what I'm going to do now is, I am going to attach some properties to this. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to customize it. Customize with when the spin rolls, what is going to be the sound. So I'm going to go with a disco sound, which is very dramatic and which is, I love that sound. Okay. I am going to go after the spin, when the child's name appear, what is going to be? It is going to be a fanfare. It is going to be an applause. That is again a sound. And appearance. How do you want the wheel background? If you want an image to be in the background, or you want a color to be there, you pick a evening sky, you pick a theme. You can do anything that you want, right? I am going to go with office hours, maybe. So these are the colors that are applied to that. I'm not going to go for black background image, but color we can choose. Let's choose a nice bright color. Okay. And contours are okay. So let me go with okay. So what we are going to do is, with the appearance, right? So this is, for example, there is no image at the background or there is nothing to choose from. I'm going to customize the background color to not only green, it can be any color. Okay, I'm not going to go it from green to white, it can be any color. So I'm just going to go to OK. And what I do is now, I stop sharing my screen for a while. I'm going to share this tab only, then you will be able to hear to the, noise or sound, if I can call it. So I'm going to hear here, wheel of names. I will share only a tab. Do that when you are doing that with the children also. Do not share the whole screen. Otherwise, जो music play कर रहे हैं ना, वो नहीं सुन पाएंगे वो. आपने वो tab share करना है जिसमें वो wheel of names है. Tabs are these guys. Tabs are these. Okay. Tabs are these. And when you share the screen, entire screen gets shared. When you share a window, then a window gets shared. For example, if I take this out of a window and I make another window out of it, this makes one window. All right. So this is my window, which I am going to share. You will not share a window. We will share, the entire screen with them or a tab with them. So I am going to share tab of this wheel of names. I'm going to go full screen. Are we ready? Should I spin? और मैम एक बात बताओ, जिस भी स्कूल के पास आ गया तो वो क्या करेगा, पहले ये बताओ, फिर हम लोग इसको प्ले करते हैं. जिस भी स्कूल का नाम आएगा वो क्या करेगा? संदीप मैम, रिद्धि मैम, नागरा मैम, बताओ, जल्दी से बताओ. जिस स्कूल का नाम आता है वो क्या करने वाला है?
They'll host the next webinar.
They will host the next webinar. All right. Let me spin then. So what happens is now you have a winner. Okay, I can do what? Either if you want the same names to be repeated, leave it, close it. And if you want that इसका नाम announce हो गया, इसको हटा देते हैं tab से और spin से, आप उसका नाम हटा दो. Okay, and then you again go with a spin and done. Chaliye. So this is all about the spinning wheel. I'm going to stop it and I come back. Right, this is all about spinning wheel. Very, very अब खुद भी बड़े एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं, इतना अच्छा म्यूजिक, इतना अच्छा बैकग्राउंड, इतने अच्छे कलर्स. Children definitely are going to get excited with all the music that you have to play. So what we do is, when I started playing that, I'm talking about teenagers. I'm not talking about class 1 and 2. I'm talking about class 12, which I teach. When I inserted their names and I spin the wheel, उनको पहले समझ नहीं आया इसका क्या होगा. जब किसके नाम के ऊपर आया ना, वो धीरे धीरे करके सारे मीटिंग छोड़ते चले गए कि हम मेरे से पूछेगी, मैम मेरे से पूछेगी. So this is the fun of what you are playing on the screen. It should be interactive, it should be fun, it should be colorful, especially with the small children. And that this is what Jamboard also gets to you. This is also what Wheel of Names. And I wanted to do so many other things, but yeah, we can do it some other time in a fortnight or 10 days.
It's better if we, take one at a time and then.
Yeah.
It is better that way.
I always feel information is important, but processing of information is more important.
More important.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, teachers, we need feedback that would you like to go for online webinars or you want offline sessions? Please send us in a chat box right now.
Yes, ma'am. Kamaljeet, ma'am, you want to say something? Kamaljeet, ma'am?
Ma'am, we need a, sorry to say, we need a offline sessions. I think we have to be more clear then. Anna? So we need some offline sessions now. Thank you.
Okay, we'll have a count afterward, Najit. And then
I am
we'll
having
decide.
a count right now. I am having a count right in front of me.
Yeah.
Achha, let me do one thing, ma'am. Let me do one thing. Abhi aapka poll banate hain. ठीक है, let me share this poll. Let me start a poll and say online. mode. I'm just doing it very okay. Online, offline. Okay, and launch.
Don't worry, teachers, we are very flexible. If you want to attend online, we'll have online sessions for them, those who want to opt, and those who want to, come to schools and attend to get a first-hand, experience, we'll do that.
Guys, I have created a poll, which is there in your chat box. You will see. You can click on the poll and I will have the count. Very instantly, I will have the count and then I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm getting all the counts on online, ma'am. Guys, the voting is live. Please go on in your chat box and vote. Come on. Vote for. We just ended with an election, Hana. Come on, it's live.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I want to ask one thing.
Yes, ma'am. Please, sure. Go forward.
Ma'am, in the report cards, may we use ABCD grades for non-scholastic subjects?
The grades have already been decided, ma'am. The grades have already been decided when we started using the report cards. They were the grades for core scholastic and scholastic. There are different grades. With scholastic, we start with A plus, A star, as you call, A plus. And with core,
Yes.
I think core scholastic, we start with ABCD.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, done, ma'am. I have 20 votes for online and 2 votes for offline. I'm closing, ending the poll now.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please. Yes, please go on.
You please share the name tool which I have a right.
You are not clear. Your voice is breaking.
Can you please share the name of the tool again?
Yeah,
which-
sure. In the chat box, I'm sharing, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Jamboard and Wheel of Names. I will do the same in the primary wala group where we all are. I am going to share the links for many Jamboard activities that I have created for different subjects. And I'm also going to share the links for these activities that we have done. You can try it. So I've downloaded the attendance. Okay. Is there anything else you want to ask? If is there anything else you want to, have a query on? Please go on. Please. Recording, definitely. I'm going to send the recording also of this session in the same primary wala group, and your coordinators or your heads can go on with the same.
Excuse me, ma'am. How will we get the recording? Like other branches, I'm from Karolbagh branch, so how will we get the recording?
Ma'am, somebody from Karolbagh might be there in the group that we are added in.
Ma'am, there are 2 teachers from Karolbagh. They are in the group. They can share it with you.
They will share it with you. Don't worry. Okay.
Fine. Thank you, ma'am.
No, ma'am, all branches are there on this group.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Narjeet ma'am. It was such a wonderful,
Thank you so much.
I think all the teachers, they will be more than happy to, have these kind of webinars.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, the first of its kind initiative taken by the primary segment.
Ma'am, I want
teachers.
a photograph also before you begin.
Yeah, please.
You go on, I'll take photographs.
And I think, yes, somebody is saying something. Okay. So I think as and when the need arises, we'll again have this kind of sessions, at least one in a month. Is it okay with all of us?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sandeep, we can have one, one or two sooner because we can go through more tools. If Narjeet is okay by that.
Oh, I'm always okay. You can have it every day. I'm always okay with everything.
No, I am not okay with every day.
I am so glad that we could have this session. I'm so glad that we could meet.
Yes.
You
No,
know,
it's
it is a break from our everyday
normal
work also.
routine.
Yeah, so I'm so glad that we could meet, and I'm really glad that we can take forward these PD sessions also. And yeah, I'm there for that anytime that you want.
So we'll keep you updating time to time. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Narjeet.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
God
very
Thank you,
bless.
much.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Narjeet.
Thank you, all of you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thanks, ma'am. The pleasure,
Thank
always.
you.
Thank you, always. I'm going to stop the recording here.
Yeah.